best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
There's a look at Viloria, pardon me.
Viloria, let me tell you
And
something. It was
Escobia.
controversial, lost in the Olympics because he felt they weren't scoring the body shots. Guess what? In the pros,
They
you don't have to
score.
worry about them scoring the body shots because your opponent feels.
13-5.
Don't let the record fool you.
Excuse me, 13 with 5 knockouts.
This is a tough guy.
And there's Viloria making his day. He punches at the weight of 154 pounds. They measured him at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs last
Certain
summer.
electricity with this kid. You watch him right away. There's something electric about him.
And immediately you can see his punching powers. He backs up Escobia.
And to the body. See,
And he's relentless immediately on top of him.
this is the kind of guy that people want to pay to see. Little big man. Last great, not last great, but perhaps the greatest Filipino, certainly, flyweight in history. Pancho Villa died tragically early in life, 23, 24 years old. And Villa was a kind of dynamic fighter that Viloria
And the right
seems
backs
like
up
he can be.
Escobia against the ropes, Max. He stumbles there for a second.
You notice Viloria hurt him with a straight right hand.
It was just straight on.
It's not his ballyhoo left hook to the body that hurt him, it was a straight right.
And look at him as he just attacks that body with that left.
And got up the right hand to block the
Big right.
left hook counter.
Backs up Escobia. And he comes straight right back into him again.
Really has to watch out about backing straight up a little bit. Nitpicking at this point. Good left hook. And you see, actually, Viloria is thinking about what's coming back at him.
What we may be seeing right now is the 2001 version of Oscar De La Hoya in his debut. Last week we were talking about Jermaine Taylor. He's got the most potential in terms of star power. But this young man, and he just sends Escobia with a giant left.
Oh, man, did you see that left hook?
With his family and friends looking on.
Escobia did not know, looked surprised. What was that? He took a left hook, thought, okay, it's a good left hook. Boy, this kid's hands are fast. And then the other left hook put him down, and he had to look on his face like, what just hit me? There goes that sneaky, quick, straight right hand.
Left, it's 30 seconds.
But notice, Viloria does have his right hand up to block that left hook counter. It's not just that he's thinking all offense. That would be impressive enough, but he's thinking about the entire fight.
We may be looking at a fighter with his first professional fight. Right now, he is fighting like a veteran inside that ring. He's got great style. And keep in mind, Escobia has 26 fights here to his record. And Viloria has taken him out in the first round.
That's it, Mario. Next round is all she wrote. He made it past the first. He ain't going to make it past the second.
He almost did not make it past the fourth.
Now, let's not overstate the case. He is fighting a 500 fighter. However, even against a 500 fighter, sometimes you can tell, you're right, the guy had over 26 pro fights. And there's something about Viloria. See there, he's thinking, okay, quick hands, you hit pretty hard, and then before he knows what happened, what just happened to him? Never hook with a hooker. You don't hook with a hooker because his hook is going to get there first and harder, and if it does, it can take you out.
Freddie Roach in the corner, and he doesn't have to give him much advice. He says, do exactly what you're doing, and continue to do that.
Obakar tried to hook with De La Hoya, you saw what happened. Plenty of fighters try to hook with Joe Frazier, you see what happened. Don't hook with a hooker.
Hands up, Ben.
And that's another thing about Viloria. What we're doing here, folks, is we're not saying Escobia hadn't landed any punches. We're saying that's how many more Viloria has landed. And the sick thing about Viloria is guys with his kind of power generally look one punch at a time. He's putting punches together. He's a volume puncher with power at the flyweight level. You don't see many guys who hit like this at flyweight, let alone who throw that many punches with him like that.
Max, if you did not know who Brian Viloria was, you're just the average fan walking into this ring tonight. You'd be shocked to know this is his first professional fight.
I would assume he had, if this wasn't his 15th pro fight, he had an extensive amateur career.
Look at the way he's just attacking the body.
Committed to those body shots.
Waiting for Escobia to put down his hands and attack high.
He needs to watch out a little bit there. He got into a rhythm of right weight, left shift his weight, right shift his weight, and got countered with a straight right hand as he should have been.
What we're watching inside this ring is the next Hawaiian Flame, where everyone's talking about the passing of the torch here, but
well, Viloria has a higher ceiling than Salute ever did. And as I said at the top, if he can be as professional as Salute has been throughout his career, the sky's the limit.
He is bringing volcanic power to the lighter weight division of boxing.
He's as exciting an Olympian who's turned pro in the last 6 months as anyone. And I have a feeling people are going to want to watch him fight as much or more than anyone.
And maybe at home are wondering, well, why are we waiting so long to see Brian Viloria's debut? It's a very sound fighter outside of the ring, saying that I wanted to wait and find out what would be the best deal for me, not financially, but the best deal for me personally, overall. Where can I go with the most growth?
He signed with DiBella, whose policy, former fight maker at HBO, whose policy is full disclosure and wants to revolutionize the way business in boxing is done, and obviously made him the best offer. Now Viloria's going to make a liar out of me. I said he ain't getting out of the second. Viloria. Now see, that's the thing. You exchange with Viloria, you get a little gun shy, because in the exchanges is where he knocks you out, where he hurts you.
Well, he was working the body earlier.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
He's moving his fight inside with Escobia, and now Escobia's landing a few shots.
We'll let him rest. We'll let him rest, man.
Credit Escobia for coming back from that knockdown.
Absolutely. Viloria got shook up a little bit there as we're raving about it. He got shook up.
Well, he's shaking up this crowd with electricity, that's for sure.
Let him rest. Let him rest, Ben.
More of it from Hawaii. The professional debut of Brian Viloria continues after this. And welcome back to Honolulu, Hawaii, where we are watching the professional debut of Brian Viloria. And Viloria finding problems there. Max in round number 2.
This happens. That's a straight right hand that hurt him a little bit. Look at that. He was hurt a little bit. It wasn't about to go, but he got shook up. No question about it. Lost his legs for a second. Eyes rolled back in his head for a second. What happened? He got some success. Started believing he was invincible. Started throwing one punch at a time. Stopped putting his punches together.
And he was hearing Max Kellerman yell from the corner, the guy's not going to get out of round number 2.
Right. Stopped respecting what was coming back at him. And as soon as you take something for granted in boxing, that's what happens.
The two just going back and forth at the start of round number 3.
I mean, Viloria's
and he knocks him down again.
Now that's it. Viloria was shook up again. Make no mistake, he looked like he was in trouble, but his power bailed him out.
Escobia is on his feet, so you can see Viloria's family watching him closely. He's got a big lead. Now he's going for the knockout.
He better not get sloppy here, because this guy could punch.
A left that just stuns Escobia, and now Viloria's got him in the corner.
Now you see, Viloria has to be careful, like Arturo Gatti. He can punch. His hook will usually get there first. Will usually bail him out. It gives you an excuse to get sloppy, and a little bit, believe it or not, lazy. Because you think, I can rely on that hook. He's shouldn't just rely on the hook, although maybe
Don't wait, man, don't wait.
Because it puts
Gotta
him in
let him go.
unnecessary
Hey,
danger.
ref, watch that.
His first professional fight, he's not afraid to mix it up inside against his opponents. You can see he's just going inside there for a second in the corner, and he's leaning up against him, throwing those body shots and going with the uppercuts.
You were talking about valuable experience for Navarro. This is valuable experience. This is valuable experience for Viloria because with pressure on him in his pro debut against the tough guys, he got a little sloppy. I think he was hurt twice in the fight, and yet has come back and is having to deal with some adversity early and overcome it.
Now, as much praise as we're tossing to Viloria, you got to give some credit here to Escobia, who just gets himself back up, and for a moment seems like he's completely out of the fight, and he finds himself continuing here a minute after the knockdown.
Veteran of 27 fights. His experience.
He's not throwing back at him.
Overhand right, overhand right.
And tough because sometimes you get an experienced fighter who's just not tough. But no man is a tough guy too. We've seen a bunch of tough fighters so far.
Turn him under, turn him under. Yeah, right, nice.
Viloria saying that it was extremely important for him to have his professional debut in Hawaii, but equally important for him to be having his first professional title fight or defending a title for the first time in his home state.
Let's forget about titles for now. He needs to win his professional debut. He should win this fight. He looks like he's on his way, but it's still, this is not a predetermined outcome here. This guy should have to win. Maybe he should have to win.
There you go. Walk him down.
Not only does he have a tremendous value inside of the ring as a boxer, he has tremendous value outside of the ring. Max, very religious. This week he's been speaking at schools, giving back to the community. And he says, these are people who support me, and I have to support them back.
He needs to give back to Escobia right now.
Right, don't pose in front of him. You stop it in front of him. You just shaking your body. No make sense. Get the hell out of there.
Deep breath. Give me deep breath. Keep it Deep breath. Okay, gentlemen, let's go. Okay? Yeah. Right. Here we go. Now, get a little busy with that jab, okay? You're reaching with that jab.
There's the left hook. It's bailing him out. That short, fast left hook. Generally, his left hook will land first and harder. Generally, it will frequently bail him out. But he shouldn't have to be bailed out. He shouldn't be in trouble in the first place. And he allowed himself to be in trouble because he got a little sloppy, carried away with drunk on his success of the first round.
He's going to come out trying to gun you down right now, okay?
Let's not forget, I mean, here we are watching the professional debut of one Hawaiian Punch, but here's the other, Jesus Salud against Bobby Boy Velarde. Tuesday Night Fights main event. Of course, all the fights tonight being presented by Miller Highlights.
Salud always makes good fights, just a consummate professional. Boxing's so funny, Mario. Here we are raving as if this is the second, it's a flyweight Mike Tyson. I'm comparing him to Pancho Villa 1 second, and the next second he's in trouble against a guy with a 500 record. It's you can't figure the sport out.
He's a strong guy.
He's very strong.
Step
with the jab. Step in with the jab.
It definitely does, and here are the numbers there for round number 3. And you can see the percentage in Viloria's favor by 9%.
We shouldn't overstate Escobia's success either. He hasn't won any rounds, but he has momentarily hurt Viloria on 2 different occasions. And when you see that, you go, oh my God, 1 or 2 more punches and Viloria can go down.
Escobia's got tremendous heart. After that second knockdown, he could have stayed down afterwards.
So many fighters would have.
And here he is in Hawaii, in the guy's digs, in his backyard, and he gets himself back up, and here he is in round number 4 trying to still somehow salvage a win.
Yeah, folks, Escobia gets paid the same no matter what if he gets up or stays down. He gets up because he's a proud fighter, a real fighter.
Okay, break it up. Let's go. Step back clean, right? Step back clean.
Many fighters would have stayed down after that second round, even after the first one.
Up and down, Brian. Put your hands up.
You can just hear those punches, especially that left.
Snap the jab.
Go, Ben. There you go.
When I see that left, Max, and I hear it, I
Combination,
immediately
Ben.
think of what we saw on Saturday night, Trinidad and Jockey. Same type of left, just a short, crisp left.
You know what?
Ben.
Speaking of Trinidad starts a lot of guys on their way out with that sneaky, quick, straight right hand that he doesn't telegraph, right from the shoulder.
Ben.
And Viloria has a similar kind of right hand, just whips right out, very sneaky, and it hurts the guy and sets him up for that big left hook. There you see it again. That was more telegraphed. But he can throw it as a lead and hurt you when you're not expecting it.
Ryan Viloria first learned how to box at the age of 6 years old. He was taught by his father and his grandfather. Well, they did something right because he definitely has a strong foundation. And they built off of it very well.
In his pro debut, he's going the distance. In a fight that looked like he could have ended it in the first round, he's going the distance.
Too much fun at your expense.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing.
30 seconds, Brian.
He keeps fighting like guys like this, and when his time comes, he'll be much better prepared than another fighter who's promoted as a monster, but is matched very soft, and by the time he fights for the title, is unprepared.
And not only that, he made the point with the 2 knockdowns, and we covered that point that Escobia is a different type of fighter. He picked himself back up. Other fighters would have stayed down there, he could have been done by this point.
Teddy Atlas always brings up the example of Jerry Coon. He could have been a better fighter had his management had more belief in him and matched him tough like this throughout his career.
And there are his parents, very happy. The look of concern, but then the look of happiness at the very end. No. And welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here's the official decision.
can both of our fighters come to the middle of the ring, please? Have a nice round of applause for both of these fighters. Judge number 1 scores 40-33. Judge number 2 scores 40-33. Judge number 3 scores 40-33. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner from Waipahu, Hawaii,